never came back.
Came back after I dropped the law. You a damn motherfucker.
I'm not crazy.
Wow. Wow.
When is that? Next week?
Next week is gonna be on fire.
I'm ready for next week.
Yes, Hurricane Michaela is in the house and she looks like she's a category 4. I told y'all there's gonna be drama between Zach and Michaela. I knew it from the beginning. Anyway guys, welcome back to the channel. It is NationTV-VLOGS and it's Delicia and Kim at the round table, guys. We're about to have some fun with y'all. We're gonna be reviewing
First Sight.
Yes, episode 3. If you have not yet seen our review of episode 1 and 2, you know where to look. You can check the links in the pinned comments down below or those iCards up above. Y'all, I'm a fan, always of Married at First Sight. I know some people like to say, oh, it's the dumbest thing. Like, why would people get on there and marry someone that they've never seen? Well, you know what? Arranged marriages has been around forever. So that's why I don't see a problem with it. My thing is, if you're gonna do it, you gotta commit to it. That's my thing. Otherwise, don't do it. Period. All right? So anyway, we're about to jump right on into this review. We're gonna be talking about the last 2 couples to get married, which is Brett and Ryan. And Jose and Rachel.
Jose and Rachel.
Yes, which you guys know, I think neither of these couples are gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. They can prove me wrong and I'll be very happy for them. We're about to jump right into some of the clips from their marriage and
Let's get into it.
Yeah, and we will also be looking at some of the clips from the other marriages and how they're doing so far at the start of their honeymoon, like the bedroom, hotel thingamajiggy. All right, is there chemistry? Is there not? Who will be knocking boots on the first night? I know Zach and Michaela for sure will be, as bad as their relationship is going to be.
Know that?
I know it. They're both sexually heightened.
They're hot for each
from
other.
their behavior. No, for anybody.
Well, okay.
Anyway, we're gonna get right on into it. Up first is Brett and Ryan. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got.
Brett and Ryan.
I really hope all this dating that I've done, it's gonna be in the past.
If I got my heart broken again, I would be devastated. I don't know what that would do to me. I'm so ready for my love story. I've been dreaming about this moment for my whole life. I'm definitely a commitment girl. I just believe in honoring your commitments.
Now she's bringing her best assets.
If I got my heart broken again, I would be devastated. I don't want to go through that pain.
Why? Why then?
I don't know what that would do to me.
You know what? Just quick. These people need to realize there is going to be pain in just about everything we do. They go into these marriages with such unrealistic sights and views, and I think it's because an expert put them together. They think it's God divinely put them together. No! That's not what happened. Get that crap out of y'all's minds. That's why these relationships fail, because y'all have these unrealistic ideals. Don't you agree with me?
Well, yeah, I agree.
I hope all this dating that I've done, it's gonna be in the past forever. I'm 35 years old. I've always wanted a wife, start a family.
But he should be ready at 35.
People doing that, it has been almost a jealousy thing as far as them getting to have these things that I haven't had the chance to.
You hear that right there? That's why I worry for him, and it's my same worry for Zach. It's like they're covetous. They want these marriages because they have seen people in their family. Everybody else have a marriage. Everybody else have a committed person. I want it too. You can't want it for that reason. You can't want it just because you see everybody else have it.
That's the trap, guys. Don't get married just because everybody else is married.
Right. You should have learned that from elementary school.
People get married in elementary.
No, not wanting something because someone else
do
has
whatever it takes to get to the next step in my life.
Look at that smile, though.
She is her dad. Look at their mouths.
Yeah. She looks just like her dad.
Oh, we're here.
We're here.
We have one little part to go.
I wed you, Ryan.
For today.
For tomorrow.
For all the years to come.
Please wear it as a sign of my commitment.
That's right.
And a notice to the entire world.
That I'm your wife.
That I'm your husband.
Oh.
Please put on.
Does it fit?
There we go.
Yeah.
Went on there.
And now, Ryan I'll kiss Fred again.
Wow, that's a real serious kiss. She looks like her father.
The first time that husband and wife, Ryan and Brett.
She is really showing all of this off.
She is.
My wife is beautiful.
I feel anxious. I'm definitely outside of my comfort zone. I don't know how to two-step. I don't know any country music, so it's like I feel a little bit like a fish out of water. But to say, oh, I'm totally down, I could just fit right in, I don't feel that way. I definitely don't feel like I fit in with that lifestyle.
Thinking way too much into it.
Now, how is she in Texas and not a country girl?
Probably
Texas.
she's an implant probably. Probably she wasn't born and raised there.
Maybe.
But still, she's thinking way too much about stuff that's irrelevant. We go places and we learn new things. So
Right.
now you're with a guy that has different experiences. Now you're going to learn those things.
Right, yeah.
So take it easy.
Tell her.
Am I his type?
No.
Ooh, they told her she's not his type.
Right away.
She asked a question.
And when you say
Careful what you ask for.
right, that's a loaded question.
It is a very loaded question.
Right, what's his type? His type is what he's always dated. What he's always failed. And how has that worked?
I feel like we're both in that same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, in general, like you're saying, surface level, I don't know that he's my type either. Initially, like y'all just said it off there.
Give me character trait. Like what's different about him versus others?
I think his character traits are on point. I think it's just like when you're talking about small town, kind of like country-ish things.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to country music. I can maybe name you 2 country songs.
He can teach you.
I don't know.
Hold on. Is she on that show where you have to name the song that's being played? What does she think her marriage is about? Like she's
Name that
just
tune.
It's so silly where she's going. And she asked that loaded question and then you see her face. She asked a question she couldn't handle the answer to. And then that messes with your head. So what if you're not his type? You are on this show because you've been picking the wrong people, your type. So why in the hell would they put him with his type?
Yeah, he's been dating his type.
Duh, Brett. Come on now. I think your 9th graders could tell you you're being a little extra.
I don't really do that type of stuff. I don't own boots. I don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I'm like,
Put
I
him
don't
on
know
your feet.
these things.
The best part of the entry.
Am I a cowboy wife? What do we do? Thinking about those things like ranching and country music.
Xanax, anyone?
Yes, it makes me question if I'm gonna fit in his life.
Like what would be ranchy that would be a yellow flag?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like
Don't
I
ask me a question
literally
about the ranch.
like.
I'll tell
Do we
you.
kill things? Do we?
Is that off limits?
Yeah, for me.
Okay. Hunting is a part of his life. I'm incredibly attracted to my wife. And she's honestly not even somebody that I would have described as being my type of attraction, but the experts did a great job.
The experts.
I'm very attracted to her. This night could go a lot of ways.
It sure can.
And I'm open to every one of those.
She closes the door because he's naked under that blanket.
So, I think, I believe him. Somehow I believe that he really is attracted to her and he himself, they told the truth. I appreciate that. I applaud his friends. They thought about it for a second, like, should we lie? And then they were like, we're just gonna tell her, no, you're not his type. And then he said the same thing. She's not his type, but he feels a connection with her. He thinks she's beautiful. I totally believe him. I think she's gonna get in her head with a little bit of too much, I can't fit in, I'm not a country girl, and damn it, learn to be a country girl. Put those boots on and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's wrong with you?
Let's go.
But look at them though. I hope they don't do the whole sleep with each other thing too fast because there's a disconnect there that they need to they shouldn't do it now. They should wait till they get on but they look like something might happen tonight, y'all.
Well, he's open to any one
And
of those.
everything.
Any and every way.
All right, let's get on into the next couple guys, Jose and Rachel, who I think this ain't happening, baby. Here we go.
We match Rachel and Jose because they're both self-reliant go-getters who know what they want.
What kind of
out
reason
life.
is that to put it
While
together?
Rachel has struggled to find her voice in relationships in the past, we believe that someone like Jose, who shares her level of commitment, can give her the security she needs to thrive as a wife.
The day's finally here and I'm just so...
Just quick, that's way too much to put on Jose's shoulders in a brand new relationship. He has what she needs to help her thrive. Damn it, figure out what you need to thrive. That's too much to put on him in a brand new relationship. She's already coming in with 50 suitcases full of crap. Anyway.
I'm excited to see my husband. I'm just ready to be a wife, and I feel prepared. I feel like I have all the tools to have a perfect marriage, and I can't
All the
wait to use
tools.
them.
What tools might those be? A hammer, a knife?
A screwdriver. Look at his face.
He's ready.
Yes, and he's impressed with her. It looks that way. Look at him.
He's ready.
I believe him. I believe that expression that he's showing.
With this ring, I wed you, Rachel.
I wed you, Jose.
For today,
Jose is
for
nervous.
tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
and for all the years to come.
All the years to come.
Please wear it
Please wear it.
as a sign
As a sign
of my commitment
My commitment.
and a notice to the entire world
And a notice to the entire world
Is it a game?
that you are my husband.
you are my wife.
He has a lovely bright
I
smile.
think he was happy to say that last part.
I was.
Jose and Rachel have chosen the lasso ritual. The lasso is a wedding ritual in which the couple are bound together.
I like these
with a
traditional things they're doing.
rosary.
Kind of like Bao and Johnny too.
With full awareness, know that
He's
within
short.
this lasso you are bound together before your friends and before your family, but you also speak that intent before God. Will you honor and respect one another and seek to never break that honor? Please say, we will.
We will.
We will.
I pronounce you
I don't
husband
know. Jose looks
and
scared.
wife. And Jose, you may kiss your Rachel.
What was that look?
He was wondering if he should go in, what he should do. He was waiting for a sign from her.
Jose looks scared.
Together, ladies and gentlemen, is
I think he's a little intimidated. She's taller than him, at least with her shoes on.
Jose and Rachel.
They were asking me, okay, well, you know, what does she look like? And what do you want her to be like? And whatever. And
Really?
I got exactly everything I pretty much wanted.
I described you to the T.
Did you?
It was crazy. Because I was like, I'm not into looks. I'm all about personality.
Low. When I saw that, right? When she said, I described you to the T, I was like, oh, I can't wait to hear what she's gonna say. I'm like, is she gonna say she wanted a man with a goatee, a full beard, blah, blah, blah? Because those are beautiful features on him, in my opinion, as you can tell, right? When she said, I asked her, I'm not into looks, I just wanted personality, I was like, what?
Did you see the look on his face?
Lord, she crushed the man's poor heart.
Immediately, right there. Crushed.
Like, I don't think she knew how stupid that sounds.
Jose's a good looking guy.
Of
I don't
course
know
he
what,
is.
You know what I think? I think she was almost protecting her own insecurity.
I don't
by
think she knew what
putting
she
up a
said.
wall.
I don't think she knew what she said.
That too. She didn't know what the
Because,
impact
you
was
know,
going to be.
right before she said
She couldn't
boom,
have. Yeah.
it's almost like she thought about it. Like she saw his body actions and she thought about it. And then she was like, I may as
Boom
well
still
just
came
finish.
out.
Boom. All right, here we go. Poor Jose. Dude, you're a nice looking fella.
And I got it.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
What do I do with that? Now he's messed up now.
I'm nervous.
And it's not true, I don't think.
But look at
Not attracted to me.
All right, smiling. That's good. Last one.
Like, I don't know if I would have put everything
I heard for
into, like,
him.
a machine and said, this is what I want. Like, this is the young lady that I would have got. That's not what I want. Like, I want what I want and I get what I want.
My husband
Nice.
clearly knows what he wants, but what he expects.
Her
in a
tools
wife
insufficient now.
is like a lot. And I don't know.
She don't have enough tools for
Her
that.
tools insufficient.
So we'll see what happens.
Now he's got to win her over in other ways.
I love you.
Oh no,
Put that
Jose, don't do it.
on.
Oh, I know. I kind of wanted to.
He has a
I was
nice
gonna
body.
do like a Chippendale stuff.
He works out 3 times a
Oh,
week.
no, maybe I shouldn't.
Oh my God, like, my husband has an amazing personality, and honestly, that's very attractive to me. He's very affectionate, you know, touchy-feely, which normally would make me cringe when
You know what's quite interesting and why I think she didn't know what came out of her mouth? Because look at what she's doing right now. She's all cuddled up onto him and na.
She's feeling him.
So she needs to be careful. You need to think sometimes before you let foolishness fall out of your mouth.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's true.
And you grow to learn that. Like
it
they're
happens.
still young. But I have
happens.
learned to like practice. If I know I'm gonna have a conversation with someone, I try to run some of the lines through my head first to make sure I'm saying it correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because they look like they have some chemistry. If not, and she up in the bed with him like that, then she have something wrong with her, in my opinion. Because women don't usually do that.
Yeah.
The man would, a woman won't. So yeah. I wish them that. I honestly thought that it was going to be Jose that felt that she didn't meet his move. Remember I said that in our first one? But he proved me wrong. He said if he was to put everything into a machine as to what he wanted in a woman, she would have popped out.
I believe that was him looking at the glass half full.
Well.
You know, you look at the best before you look at the worst. And
I still don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to look at just some clips of the other couples who have already married. All right. Here we go.
And I was going to ask you, what's your maiden last name? Like, what's your last name before Cuero?
My name is Feria, my dad's last name. So I was just going to ask you, like, what are your expectations around, like, changing my last name? Like,
when it comes down to that, I'm pretty traditional about it. Like, I feel like you should change your last name.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it.
You see her?
I don't really think I've ever really thought about it too much.
I can guess.
Okay.
I think my husband's perspective is one that is more traditional. For me, it would mean something more significant for me to change my name. It's more of a like symbolism for my dad. Like my dad is no longer with me. I think there's a lot of things to consider.
Girl, your dad just gave you away.
But she said her dad's no longer with her, so that might not be her dad.
No, when her dad is no longer with her. That's what I thought she said.
My
Then,
first
yes.
kiss at my wedding is me reaching in and giving my wife a nice big kiss on the lips. I enjoy kissing. It's something that I do passionately, and my wife near love. She has very full, beautiful lips. I cannot wait to kiss those lips. Kiss on the lips.
He's getting ready.
I'm sorry. Calm down, y'all.
There's plenty of time for that. Look at his face, though.
Be conservative.
So kiss on the cheek? Okay.
I'll be good.
That didn't go as planned.
But you held it together.
You kiss him?
Well, we haven't kissed, so I need somebody to kiss me. We are the last couple that have not kissed.
So, what's gonna happen? I still have faith in them. Marla is really letting me down. She is, right? Because she's taking it more further than I thought she would have. Like this persona, I thought it was a persona, but she's just running with it. She's not trying to slow down in any way. It's kind of scaring me. But if she don't be careful, what's gonna happen is Gil is gonna end up in a friend zone, and it's gonna be hard for them to move out of there.
Maybe she's trying. Maybe she has a strategy. Maybe she's trying to play hard to get.
No, she's disappointing me. She is. I'm starting to see a contradiction in her. She in the beginning talked about she's traditional
I do see that.
and she's conservative, and usually conservatives are traditional. Those two usually come together. Conservative people usually follow traditional roles and behaviors and patterns. She's a walking contradiction because here she's at. She don't want to kiss the man.
Gil
she don't want to
seems
take
more
his last
traditional than
name.
her.
It's like it wasn't even a thought. He said, "What was your maiden name?" And she was like totally confused, like, "My maiden name is my name." And he's like, "No, fool, you're now Cuero. Like, what was your name before Cuero?"
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
anyway.
she is not traditional in that respect.
She is not at all.
Well, maybe that's the Spanish culture. I don't know, but he apparently didn't think so.
No, the Spanish culture, for the most part,
They're pretty traditional.
They're traditional and have gender roles and stuff for the most
I
part.
agree.
Not all of them, you know.
From what I understand.
But from what I have studied in school and stuff, that culture, they believe in gender roles and so forth. So she's a walking contradiction. Anyway, guys, let's go on and talk about. Let's look at a clip of Bao and Johnny, where Bao tells Johnny that she puts people in silos. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be a lot of work, but I still have hope for them. Here we go.
I keep people siloed, but the way I show how I care for people is usually through gifts and acts of service.
I don't know about you, but I'm very affectionate.
Like touch.
Touch.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
yeah, I like it when someone is physically close to me and gives me little touches here and there. And that's kind of how I know that they're into me and maybe attracted to me and all that stuff.
I appreciate you telling me that.
Yeah, and
Because it's actually pretty low on my list. Like touch is like
Rock bottom.
I hope to kind of break down those walls sooner rather than later.
And how do you want to go about doing that? Because, I mean, she's not a prude, but she can be a little timid. She doesn't like to be touched.
You know, as close friends and brother, do y'all communicate that way? Or do y'all hug her?
Wow.
There's no affection in that family.
Look, you saw Johnny's face?
I'm really hesitant with making kind of advances towards her.
He said, I'm gonna work for this one.
I normally sleep with like a body pillow next to me.
Oh man.
This can be your body pillow. Do you put it inside? And since touch is like lowest on my list, then here, it's like a little baby for us.
Poor Johnny caused that one for himself because she looked like she was gonna go with the flow until he mentioned I usually have a body pillow, and she was like, segue, we could use these pillows.
Exactly. That's a good call on that one.
He should have kept his mouth shut. But I love, you saw how they have some traditional type bed coverings and all that. I really, really love that they do that. And I feel for Johnny. He's gonna have a lot of work because it seems like Bao comes from a family where affection wasn't showed by touch but what I think is healthy is that Johnny is a conversationalist. He openly talking about it and letting her know exactly what he wants.
It looks like if he comes up to a roadblock, he quickly finds a segue to continue.
Yeah.
He's not like all devastated and bummed. He's gonna take it in stride.
Plus, he's open with his feelings. It's good to talk about these things in a relationship, and they're like on a speed kind of track, and
all
so
of
they
this
need
is
to
like
put these things out there.
Same day they met, they're in the bed that same evening.
Yeah. It's no guessing game. To grow in a relationship, you can't play this guessing game that you should know what I like. Trust me. As you grow in a relationship, you start to understand the things and know what. Like, he'll go to the store and he knows I love Cadbury bars and he'll show up with a Cadbury bar. But that takes time, and he only knows that because we've hung out with each other so long. Yeah. So you have to tell each other these things. We're not mind readers, right? I wish we were. Anyway, here we go. Now we're gonna see about Michaela and Zach's parents just killing her with all this unnecessary information.
They're a little much.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. No, just play it.
Well, he is a wonderful soul. He goes at everything with gusto. Zach attack.
Zach attack.
He's all in or not.
Look at Michaela's face.
There's no between.
Mom need to like cut.
Everything. That's just the way he approaches things. Because he's real single-minded. He's real.
Like, is that a good trait?
He's on 10. Math is his favorite.
Extremely particular.
He solved the Rubik's Cube.
Overachiever.
He'll tell you about an app he created.
She's like, where's the exit?
I think you guys would be great.
Why should we trust you with our sister?
I mean,
Zach, have an answer. Anything.
let my actions speak louder than like what I'm gonna tell you right now, because you'll see over the next 2 months when she's
Give
talking
him
to you guys
something.
daily. I know you guys are close, and we
You'll
all
see.
hang out together. You'll see it.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, they're looking at him like,
he is 27. He's behaving like a 27-year-old. Zach thinks way too much of himself, I think. And he wasn't always that way, but you know, he spoke to her about how he used to be teased and stuff in school, but now he's this person. I think he has overcompensated.
maybe his parents had something to do with that.
Yes, look at how highly they think of him, and you should think highly of your kids. Don't get me wrong.
But don't make them think they don't have any flaws.
Oh my goodness, he can't even put into words why they should trust him with their sister. I'm a provider. I care for people. I'm a giving person. I'm a family man. Nothing. He said, let my actions speak for themselves. Check us out as we go along.
I think
that's arrogant.
Based on the clip we saw from next week, we can't wait to get to it.
He's
gonna show his
arrogance.
Yeah.
He is arrogant. And then his mom, like, how is it a good trait to be single-minded and then on top of being single-minded sound as if you have a little bit of OCD? I mean, that's the picture they're creating. Oh, mom need to hush. Let's go. Now we're gonna look at some of Gil's family speaking to Marla.
But now with the marriage, her stuff will change.
Why would my lifestyle have to change?
Gil is extremely cheap. That's something could be interesting in the
Gil's
relationship.
extremely
I think for Gil, she's gonna be pushing him to do something that he might not want to. Always doing things her own way. that could be something that could be a problem. That's why a lot of relationships start out really bad and end bad, because it can't be like, well, this is where I came from. No, you gotta come in.
He giving good advice.
I enjoy the lifestyle that I've worked hard to enjoy. For myself.
He sees problems.
So I would want my husband to be able to enjoy those things with me too.
Things are not the same.
I like to travel.
Okay.
Internationally. I like buying nice purses and shoes.
Okay. And so you eye makers.
You see what she's doing her head?
I mean, what do you call it?
Extra.
I'm very much so attracted to my wife. From the moment I saw her.
But can I get a kiss though?
Yeah.
Hey, you look good.
I still got a little makeup.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see all this.
Like a little boy.
I'm not mad. I'm not.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
So,
Listen to me.
that was a wrap up of
Episode 3. Yes.
They gave us a little bit of stuff to look forward to for the next episode, but
Let me just say real quick. Gil's friend is giving Marla some good advice, good relationship advice, period. And she needs to be open to it. This is a woman that says she wants to be married, she wants to have kids, but yet she has this roadblock about her life changing. Your life will change. Your life has changed. You're no longer single. You're now married.
Yeah.
And I think the experts need to recognize some of the stuff that these people are saying now and start counseling them. They need counseling.
You would think they would have asked some questions that sort of are obvious to the viewer based on certain couples that you just don't, it won't work.
She's gonna have a hard time if she doesn't get through
But
that
we'll see
roadblock.
if the experts know something we don't. Maybe they did ask questions. Maybe they did find out some things that show them differently, but that's why we're watching.
Any hoo-hoo, it is gonna be a blast next week. You can trust me on that one because they gave us a little taste and I can't wait to dip my finger into that one.